My friend, before you take another step or lift another weight today, I need you to hear this message with your whole heart, because what I'm about to tell you has the power to protect your joints, save your spine, preserve your independence, and add years, yes, years to your life. If you are over 60, please understand this truth. Exercise is not the enemy, but the wrong exercises at this age can silently chip away at your mobility, your balance, your energy, and the strength you depend on every single day. Most seniors are not injured by accidents, bad luck, or rare movements. They are injured by the exercises they were told were healthy, the routines they trusted, the motions they believed were helping them. And the most painful part is that this damage doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, invisibly, silently, until one day your back locks up, your shoulder tears, your knee gives out, or your neck refuses to turn. Research from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity reveals that 73% of exercise-related hospital visits in adults over 60 come from just 5 common exercises. 5 movements that millions of older adults repeat every day without knowing they are grinding their joints, crushing their discs, weakening their stability, and pushing their bodies to breaking points. Let me say this clearly. After 60, your longevity depends far less on how hard you train and far more on how wisely you train. Your body is still strong, your muscles still respond, your joints still adapt, but they respond differently than they did at 20, 30, or 40. What once made you powerful may now break you. What once built your strength may now steal it. And today I'm going to help you avoid the 5 most dangerous exercises that shorten senior mobility, damage aging joints, reduce life quality, and accelerate physical decline. And I'll show you exactly what to do instead, because your goal isn't to impress anyone in the gym. Your goal is to protect your independence, preserve your balance, support your spine, strengthen your heart, and live your years with energy, confidence, and clarity. So let's begin with the truth most seniors have never been told. Your shoulders are not designed for behind-the-neck movements. Behind-the-neck lat pull-downs and behind-the-neck shoulder presses are joint-destroying traps disguised as fitness. When you pull or press weight behind your head, you force your shoulders into extreme external rotation, an angle that grinds your rotator cuff tendons, squeezes the joint capsule, and creates friction that aging tissues cannot repair fast enough. In a long-term study from the University of Miami, nearly half, 47% of seniors who performed these movements developed rotator cuff tears within 2 years. Meanwhile, only 12% of those using front-facing alternatives experienced injuries. Think of the shoulder like a hinge. Open it normally and it moves smoothly. Force it backward and it cracks under pressure. Your shoulders lose elasticity with age because the collagen inside them becomes more rigid. Old rubber bands don't stretch, they snap. And every behind-the-neck movement pulls them into that snapping zone. The safer alternative is simple. Keep everything in front of your body. Front lat pull-downs, front overhead presses, band shoulder warm-ups, and slow, controlled reps that strengthen without destroying. Next, let's address the silent destroyer of the shoulder joint, the upright row. This exercise looks harmless, but inside the shoulder it is pure chaos. Lifting weight straight upward with high elbows crushes the supraspinatus tendon between the top of your upper arm and the roof of your shoulder blade. It's called impingement syndrome, and it is the #1 cause of rotator cuff surgery in older adults. In fact, 78% of seniors who needed shoulder surgery had been performing upright rows regularly. When imaging specialists measured shoulder joint space during upright rows, they found it narrows by up to 70%. Imagine crushing a grate between rocks, over and over. That's what happens to your shoulder tissue each time the weight rises. And it doesn't show up as pain at first. It shows up as stiffness, then limited motion, then burning, then weakness, and finally, injury. Plus, the wrists bend awkwardly in this movement, straining the carpal tunnel and compressing nerves that control your fingers. Seniors who perform this exercise are 4 times more likely to need carpal tunnel surgery. Replace upright rows with face pulls. They work the same muscles, but open your shoulders rather than crush them. Your joints deserve space, not suffocation. Now let's look at a movement that has sent countless older adults to the emergency room: overhead squats and weighted overhead lunges. These exercises combine two dangers: load above the head and movement below it. This creates massive shearing forces through your spine, especially the L4 and L5 vertebrae, the most vulnerable area for adults over 60. Boston University researchers discovered that these movements increase spinal pressure by 240 set, levels that even powerlifters avoid. Seniors doing these exercises reported higher rates of spine fractures, herniated discs, and shoulder instability. As we age, balance declines naturally because proprioception, the body's internal GPS, becomes slower. Holding weight overhead shifts your center of gravity upward, making every wobble more dangerous. One misstep can lead to a fall, and one fall after 60 can change everything. Instead, choose goblet squats. Hold the weight close to your chest where your body is stable, safe, and controlled. Your legs still get strong, your core still works, but your spine stays protected. The fourth danger comes from good mornings and stiff leg deadlifts performed with straight legs and heavy loads. These exercises turn your spine into a crane arm, absorbing massive torque as you bend forward. A 45-pound barbell becomes over 300 pounds of pressure inside your lower back. MRI studies from the University of Pennsylvania revealed that seniors who perform these movements experience disc bulges, nerve irritation, and increased sciatica symptoms in as little as 6 months. Because hamstring flexibility decreases by up to 50% after age 60, the body compensates by rounding the back during the forward bend, forcing the spine to absorb forces it cannot tolerate. The solution is safer, smarter, and equally effective. Romanian deadlifts with a slight knee bend, controlled depth, and perfect form. You strengthen your hamstrings and glutes without sacrificing your spine. And now we reach the most damaging exercise of all. The one movement that research confirms is the single worst exercise for aging spines: sit-ups and crunches. These motions do not strengthen your core, they destroy your spine. Dr. Stuart McGill, the world's top spine expert, found that a single sit-up puts 730 pounds of pressure on the lower back. It's the exact bending and compressing motion that spine surgeons use to intentionally herniate discs during lab testing. As we age, the discs between our vertebrae become thinner and drier. Repetitive crunching squeezes them like a jelly donut, forcing the inner gel backward until it bulges, tears, or ruptures. Harvard Medical School studied adults over 60 who did daily sit-ups. After just 1 year, more than half developed new back pain, and over a third had MRI-confirmed disc damage. Sit-ups also strengthen the hip flexors, not the core. And tight hip flexors yank on the lumbar spine, increasing back strain, tilting the pelvis, and worsening posture. But functional core strength comes from stability, not flexion. The safest, strongest alternatives are planks, dead bugs, and powerlift presses, movements that teach the core to resist motion, protect the spine, and support real-life activities like walking, lifting, and turning. My friend, these 5 exercises may have helped you when you were younger, but after 60, everything changes. Your bones, joints, discs, tendons, and balance systems all require respect, patience, and intelligent training. The goal is not to lift heavier. The goal is to live longer. The goal is not to push through pain. The goal is to avoid it. The goal is not to prove strength. The goal is to build strength you can depend on every single day. The Harvard Aging Study, which followed 10,000 adults for 20 years, found that seniors who replaced risky exercises with joint-safe movements maintained their independence 15 years longer than those who didn't. Think about that. 15 extra years of walking confidently, moving freely, living joyfully, and staying independent. The right exercises can add quality to your life. The wrong ones can quietly take it away. You deserve a body that supports your dreams, not one that limits them. You deserve movement that heals, not hurts. You deserve routines that build you up, not break you down. And the inner spark is here to guide you toward the strength, mobility, energy, and protection your body needs at this stage of life. You are not too old to grow stronger. You are not too old to improve. You are not too old to rebuild what you lost. You simply need to train in a way that honors the body you have today, not the body you once had, and not the body someone else expects you to have. Your journey is still unfolding. Your strength is still alive. Your spark is still burning. And the best years of movement, confidence, clarity, and vitality are still ahead of you. if you treat your body with wisdom, knowledge, patience, and care, today is the day you stop these 5 exercises forever. Today is the day you choose safer strength, smarter movement, and a longer, better life. Today is the day you protect your future. And I am proud of you for taking this step. My friend, if today's message opened your eyes and gave you the clarity your body has been asking for, then don't walk away quietly. Stay connected to the wisdom that will keep you strong, stable, and independent for years to come. Click that like button so more seniors can learn the truth. Subscribe to The Inner Spark so you never miss life-saving health guidance. And comment your age and country below so we can support you personally on your journey. Your future deserves attention, your body deserves protection, and your strength deserves to rise again. So join our community and let's keep moving forward together.